There we go. All right, recording is started. Welcome, everybody. If you were at our last meeting, you may remember Brittany Jones was our other co-lead, but she has moved out of the area. So while she can participate, she can't be a leader. So we've swapped Brittany's. We have a new Brittany. So welcome, Brittany.
Thank you. I'm excited to be here. All right. So we will go ahead and get started with our agenda today. I'm very happy to be here with Heather, and we have something special planned for you guys today. So just an introduction about me. I am married. I have 2 kids. I have 2 animals, a kitty and a dog. I have been working in Workfront for over 8 years now, almost 9. I am a system admin with my company, and some call me the Workfront guru. I have an amazing team to help me with that, but they call me the Workfront guru. So I'm very happy to learn with you guys as well as teach you what I know. So what else we'll go into is some housekeeping. And then we are going to take a deep dive into Experience League. We thought this would be a great opportunity to just teach you what is there and what's available to you as Adobe Workfront users. We'll go over some upcoming events, and then if you guys have any question and answers, we can do that. So to start with housekeeping, these meetings are recorded. So just please know that there is a code of conduct. We want to be respectful and nice in these meetings. If you do not wish to participate in the live recording, please feel free to watch the recording later, and then we can send that out to you so you can watch the meeting later on. Other house rules, please ensure that your user groups stay user focused, and that, we have a safe space. We are not here to self-promote our companies. We are here to learn about Workfront. If you would like to contact somebody else in the group, please make sure that they are okay with that. You can have us contact them to get contact information or anything like that, just to make sure that everybody feels comfortable. And then any use cases that anybody were to share in these meetings, we do ask that you just consent them before sharing them with your company or anybody else. So then we will just dive right in. So Experience League. So for those of you that aren't familiar, Adobe Experience League offers a continuous learning journey to help you expand your knowledge and achieve more with your Adobe products. So this is the logo, and then we actually do have a link to Experience League here. Experience League does go into a deep dive on all Adobe products, not just Workfront. So whenever you're in there, just make sure you're in the Workfront areas if you're looking for specific Workfront information. So the first area that we're going to go over is the user profile. So there's different ways to update your information in here. You can change your role if you get a promotion. You can actually determine your product interest and your experience level, and then that will kind of funnel the information that you're receiving, and it will help other people kind of know how you have been working within the system. So if you are a system admin, the other people, if you make a comment on a community board or anything like that, they'll be able to see that you're a system admin and that you kind of know what you're talking about, and vice versa. If you're new, they'll know what kind of experience level you have there. So to get to your user profile, you'll go into the right-hand corner of Experience League, and then you'll click My Learning Profile, and then it'll show up just like this, and you can go ahead and edit whatever you're able to, whatever you would like to edit. So again, here's a little just scroll of what those options are and kind of what it looks like in real life. So then another section of Experience League is the learning. This is a very robust feature and area of Experience League, and it is very helpful, especially if you get stuck on the day-to-day, or if you just want to learn in general. So there's lots of different options here, lots of different ways to learn too. So depending upon what type of learner you are, they have everything that you would need to be accommodated for that. So they have documentation, they have tutorials, they have release information. So whenever Workfront does their releases, you can find that very easily. They have playlists that actually group learnings together so that you can have like a main idea or main focus, and all those videos will be grouped together for you. Perspectives, certifications, and instructor-led training. So we're just going to walk through each one of those areas. So this is documentation. So again, you'll want to click on documentation and then Workfront. And then on that documents page for Workfront, you'll see there's basics. There's different, it's broken up by what you're specifically looking for. And then just like tutorials, this is just robust beyond belief. You can also get to the other areas from this website as well. And then, you know, as you can see on the right-hand side, there's other shortcuts to other areas as well. But this is great if you're just looking to read. And then next is the tutorials. So again, you would click Learn and then Tutorials. You'll click Workfront, and then it'll take you to the tutorials website. This is going to give you more of the videos and tutorials, the actual walkthroughs of the different areas, depending upon what you're looking for. And it just kind of helps you go more step by step. Maybe in your system, you can go along with the tutorials. And then there's also, like I was mentioning, the release information, which can be found at the bottom of the documentation section. And this will give you the quarterlies. This will give you any kind of a release that Workfront is planning. I will give you just a walkthrough here. So as you can see, this gives you the last couple years. This gives you the ones that are up and coming. And it just gives you a heads up or a look back into maybe something changed and you missed it. And you're like, this looks really different. What happened? You can always go back and see what changed and when. Again, the playlist option, this is great for if you kind of already know what you want to learn. Workfront worked, or Adobe worked already to put together a collection of videos for you for those specific topics. So here's an example of that. So one is how to do the Acrobat. These are more broad, but you can funnel them down into Workfront specific ones. But again, it's just a collection of videos where you kind of get all of the information that you need depending upon what you're trying to learn. Here is perspectives. So perspectives, you'll find real world use cases and industry best practices. You'll find strategic tips and tricks from users just like you, and actionable insights and technical guidance for your Adobe product. So again, I'll give you a scroll on what that page looks like. And again, these are just the high level overviews. These things can go really deep. So if you want to explore it on your own, we really encourage you to do so. But this is just kind of what the page looks like. So you have an idea what best fits your learning preference.
I don't think I've ever played around in the perspectives. I need to get in there and
yeah, I thought it was pretty cool. Just, you know, another way of community collections and stuff like that. The next one is one that I really, really love and enjoy is the certification. We work really hard in the platform every day. So why not, you know, go the extra mile, get certified and show everybody how much we know and love the product. So you would go to learn and then certifications. They have multiple different ones. You can be a professional, an expert, or master in different areas. Regular Adobe project management, Fusion, etc. So I will show you what that one looks like. These certifications are proctored, but they do give you also some tests, some practice tests that you can take before you go ahead and get certified. Not sure how your company works. Maybe it would be out of pocket to take the test, or they would cover it. You'd have to check with, you know, your manager, your leadership, and in your company. But it gives you the rundown on this site of what you need to do to be able to take those tests and get that certification. I don't know about you, but I love email badges. And if you do get certified, they will send you an email badge that you can flaunt for everybody to see. And the last option for learning is instructor-led. So if you get distracted easily, or it's just not your style to go and dig for yourself, you absolutely can sign up for the instructor-led classes. And then you would schedule those, and they would be able, obviously you would attend those and learn directly from an instructor. Let's see. All right. So then we would get into community. I did see Jess's comment, so I want to make sure that she's able to see that.
Yeah.
Is everybody else able to see the PowerPoint? You guys could just mention in the chat if you're able to see what we went through. Okay, perfect.
I wonder if Jess maybe couldn't hear us either, so I suggested she hop out and back in.
I was going to have to get more water if I had to go through that again. All right. So yeah, so then we'll go into community, which I will pass over to Heather.
Sure. Hop into the next slide. All right. Community is just your place where you can chat with other Workfront users. I sometimes go to community before I even check the documentation, sometimes depending on what I'm looking for. So I do like to go from community straight to the Workfront page. Within community, you've got all of the other Adobe products as well. And since I'm primarily Workfront, I go straight there. And then you've got in here your tabs across the top there. You've got all of the discussions, you've got questions. They differentiate a little bit between questions and discussions. So generally, if you have a question that you want to post, hit that questions area and start there. The discussions, just, whatever you want to talk about Workfront wise. The ideas are great if you have improvements you want to suggest. I forget, and people can go in and upvote your ideas. I forget what the minimum is. I want to say it's somewhere around 40, 45 upvotes. Then it gets looked at by the product team to determine, is this something they could implement and try to work it into their backlog. Blogs and events. Blogs are just, different blog posts that people can write and post there, and all the upcoming events. I think maybe even our WUG events are listed in the event section. Definitely all the ones that Adobe themselves do. And I really like the sub-communities down the right-hand side. We've got, I can't quite read them. I know the bottom one is the Workfront job board, which is super handy, just keep an eye on if you're looking to, step up or branch out. The job board's down there. The other ones were Fusion, Scenario Planner, and Goals, so that those discussions and questions stay grouped together instead of just within the overall Workfront questions and discussions. And then there's some featured discussions, which are kind of fun to look into for particular topics or particular timeframes. And our good old support page. When you need support help, you just pop into the support page over on the left. You can open a ticket, and fill in all the information that they require there to open a new ticket. You can look at the My Cases. When you get into the My Cases, you've got open ones and closed ones, and you can filter back and forth between the two. And your system statuses. My users have gotten real good with the system statuses. They sometimes let me know when there's a problem and send me the link. But you can get to all those right there on the support page as well. And of course, the events. I'm unsure. Do you know, Brittany, can these be filtered for, do you put in things that you're interested in, or does it just give you all the Adobe events and you can?
Sure. So I know that there's that Workfront one where it's specific to Workfront, but I'm not sure if that's based upon my user profile or not, because it's the only product that I use.
Yeah.
So that I don't know, but we could definitely test it out if somebody else has some other ones. It might bring additional filters to that page.
Yeah, but that'll give you all the upcoming events that Adobe has planned. They generally plan them about a month out. And there's usually an email that comes to you or an in-app notification of the next month's events. And Summit's coming up. I've requested to go to Summit. We'll see if I really get there. I believe there's a discount through the end of this year.
I believe
Yeah, the 1031 one's passed already, but I think there's another one for 1231. So register if you can. I haven't done since it changed.
That's in person and online, correct?
Yes, and the online is free as far as I know.
Yes, that's what I thought. Yeah.
There's just a little bit of a delay in the recordings.
Sure. Yeah. Not as fun as Vegas, but still good information.
Right. And coming soon is a new look and feel to Experience League. Not exactly sure what it's going to be, but we got notified that it's coming. So we threw this in there.
All right. And then we just asked that if you, everyone that is on here, we would assume is already in the chapter, but feel free to spread the word. Any Workfront user, whether they're system admin or project manager or campaign manager, is able to join the chapter as long as they're within the Pittsburgh region. So we ask that you, forward this so we can have a bigger group to have all the fun and share all the information with. So you can navigate to our chapter page. You'll also get, by joining, you'll also get event notifications when we schedule those. And that's it. Are there any questions that we could answer for you about Experience League, about Adobe, about maybe some topics you would like us to cover over the next year in the events that we'll be hosting next year? Kind of open forum in the chat at this point.
I was just looking to see if I can give access for people to ask live instead of in the chat.
So we'll have to look into the settings of that.
Yeah.
It says I can mute them, but if they can't talk, there's no reason to mute them.
Right. There are presenter modes we could give too if somebody wanted to say something live.
Yeah, we're getting used to this this platform. There is a question and answer. I don't know what that populates for you guys, but I think you should be able to put some questions in that Q&A as well.
If there's anything you might want us to bring in somebody from Adobe to talk about,
yeah,
we can get those folks on a meeting.
All right. We hope you guys found this helpful. We hope that it entices you to go to Experience League and learn some more about it and rely upon it for resources. I know that when we get stuck, we go to Experience League and we put it right there in the search bar and see what we can find so that we're not stuck anymore. And then we go to the ticketing system if we have to. But we do try to use our friends in Experience League and other customers to really try and find some answers. So we hope that this was informational and helpful for you all.
Yeah, and even if there's times when you're not sure if something's working as expected or if it's a bug, do I need to submit a ticket like this? There'll be other people in the community saying that they're having the same problems.
Definitely. Okay, doesn't look like we have any questions.
Yeah. We ran through this real quick.
All right. So I guess we'll give you guys a half an hour back to your busy Thursday. And if you guys think of anything, you have our emails, or you can reach us at the chapter. Our emails are on the chapter page. Just let us know, or if you think of anything that you would like us to bring to any of the other meetings, or somebody or a subject matter expert, feel free to let us know. These are for you guys, for us to all learn together. So thank you so much.
I'll start a discussion in the community too with this, events title. and I'll post the video there as soon as I figure out how to download it.
Perfect. Thank you all so much for joining us today.
Thank you. No, I should stop the recording.